Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Jay, and in this week's video we're going to do a Sunday reset routine, and then I'm going to decorate for fall. This was filmed a week from when it's being uploaded, so if you follow me on Instagram or you just check out my stories or posts, I did post a reel of all of my fall wax warmers, so there you've already gotten a sneak peek of how my fall decor turned out. Nothing too intense, but definitely very homey and cozy, and I have been enjoying it. So first things first, I wanted to do a little round of cleaning throughout the house. The bedroom was the worst room, and really it just needed a very good dusting. As you saw from the intro, my fan was caked in dust. There were dust bunnies on the floor, dust on the surfaces, so I wanted to get that done, and then I'll do some more cleaning throughout the rest of the house and we will get to decorating. The decorating starts at about 10 minutes and 12 seconds to 10:15 is where I get the bins down, so if you're only here for that, feel free to skip ahead. The cleaning I think is very motivating because I've been lately waking up on Sunday morning and just getting the cleaning out of the way. And of course there are other things I need to do throughout the day, but just starting the Sunday with a fresh house has really just been making the day go better, because as we know, the Sunday scaries are real, and around noon I start dreading the upcoming work week, so I like to get my cleaning done before that. To dust the room, I'm just using a dry duster cloth. I'm pretty sure I bought these from the Dollar Tree because the Swiffer dusters are kind of expensive. So if I can just use a regular dust cloth, I will. No chemicals. I just really needed to get that layer of funk out of this room. And then I have a bin on my little, what is that piece of furniture called at the end of my bed where I put blankets. I have a plastic bin on that, and I'm just gathering up all the things that don't belong in the bedroom so I can move them when I'm done cleaning. And here on the TV, so I keep my unmatched socks right under the TV, and it's in front of my little Roku box, so it kind of blocks the light from, there's like a little red light, and at night, since I'm such a bad sleeper, it just distracts me, so I keep those unmatched socks tucked under the TV. If you're new here, you may not have seen my extremely textured bedroom ceiling. It's almost like stalactites, and that you would find in a cave. So it definitely doesn't help the lighting in this space, and that is on my list of things to take care of. I just don't want to. And I think what happened was the ceiling was in need of repair. And so instead of properly patching everything and blending it, they just put up this horrible texture. Because I've had it tested, there's no like harmful substances in it. And I was able to chip away part of the texture, and it's like a plain ceiling underneath. So I don't know. And I had a company come out and quote me to remove the texture, and it was like thousands of dollars, which at the time I would have paid. But now I'm so used to it, and it just goes to show you can adapt to everything. But watching this video back and editing it, I was like, I should probably remember that project that was on my list to do. I also would love to get new windows in here because the sills go all the way up to the ceiling, which makes it hard to properly hang curtains or blinds, but windows are very expensive, so I would rather just paint another room or something like that. Now that I'm finished up in the bedroom, those are just my PJs at the foot of the bed. Downstairs really didn't need that much work. Again, just kind of making sure the surfaces were clear so that I can decorate. And I had woken up early this morning and cleaned the kitchen because it was like a tornado had blown through that room. I didn't have any clear counter spaces, so I just kind of did that to ease my mind and get me ready for the rest of the day. I think I was still in pajamas when I did that. So we are going to go in there and take care of the floors, but I did do a little bit of pre-cleaning before starting to film this video. And I also painted the living room. I filmed it and I think it is a great video. I just feel like you guys deserve the fall decor first. So I will try to get that up in the next few days as like a midweek upload. But I did paint the living room, and when I'm painting it, you can see the two colors next to each other. You can tell that they're different. But once all was said and done, I feel like it looks like it's just the same paint color. It's 2 shades lighter, and it does match the paint that was already in the house when I moved in. But I've talked a lot about how this house was just disgusting. So I painted it a little bit darker, and now we're going back lighter. I hope you all have been doing well lately. I know it is back to school time and back to work time for some of you, so I hope that has gone smoothly. I know for me, back to school traffic has been terrible, let me tell you. And I live in a neighborhood that has, I want to say, all 3 schools. In the actual neighborhood, we have there is a little elementary in the middle, and then there's a high school like across the road. And those parents dropping off those kids, they do not care about the people behind them. They do not care. If they want to stop in the middle of the street and put on their 2-ways to drive their kid 2 blocks to school, they will do it. So back to school traffic is not my favorite thing. But if you do have kids going back to school, I hope that it is going well. Any updates as far as me? The biggest thing is work. I've tried not to complain too much, but things have not been going the greatest. I just have not been recognized for the work that I've been doing, and it's kind of stunted my career progression, but I got some really good news that should be changing. So hopefully by the end of the month, I see that in my title and my pay. So fingers and toes crossed for me. That's been very motivating, and it's given me more motivation to kind of do my best job at work. Of course, I do what I'm paid to do, but who wants to do extra when you're not being compensated for it, right? They're not going to do extra for you, so why would you do extra for them? But that is getting better. And then I've been doing a lot more cash budgeting, which has helped me save money and stop some of my frivolous spending, because I am not good with quote unquote extra money. So I pay all my bills just fine, but all of that extra money that should be going towards savings, debt, investments, it just flows through my fingers like water. So I've been doing more cash budgeting, and I really like that community on YouTube. So I've thought about starting a small channel, maybe a small Etsy with some of the things I've already created and used, but we'll see. But that's just been a creative outlet for me lately, and it has helped immensely. I I pulled my dusty fall bins out of my storage room, and here's what we are working with. I have not purchased hardly anything new this year, so all of this stuff is from years past, mostly from HomeGoods, Target, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Kirkland's. I love Kirkland's. They closed one that used to be closer to me, so it's about a 45-minute drive. So I usually will go once a year between fall and Christmas, but if you live near Kirkland's, definitely don't sleep on them. And the first thing I wanted to put out was my fall wax warmer. This is brand new, so if you have an Aldi near you and you like wax melts, this warmer was only $9.99, and then I would just move on to adding my fall decor. This red plant back in the corner is driving me nuts. When I packed it, I forgot to wrap the top, so it's all misshapen. It kind of looks like a Simpsons character, like their hair, and it's just dropping little bits everywhere, so I may go out and look for a replacement reddish flower to put there. In the kitchen, because I have limited counter space and I need all of these spaces to still be fully functional, even with the decor out, I just added this one little jar and a pine cone, and then I will fix up my tier tray. And I did go out and buy lights to put in this little jar just to make it nice and festive in the evening. And at the end, I will show you how everything looks at night when it's all lit up. In the living room, I swapped out for one of my fall white pumpkin wax warmers, and on the right, those are new. I got them from Aldi as well. So again, if you live near an Aldi, they are the wax pumpkin. So it's, I don't know how they do it, but it's actually a wax coated, I guess it's just like a candle now that I'm thinking about it, but they have a battery inside and like a timed light, so they flicker, so safer than a real candle. They are not the best quality, so luckily they have a timer, so I just needed to get them to work one time, and now they've just been coming on and off. And the plant next to them is also new. I wanted a little bit more yellow this year. I just wanted more colors. Now, one thing I have that I would not recommend is this garland in the middle. It's from Target. I bought it a couple years ago. It's way too small and kind of dinky, so I would recommend you buy your garlands from Home Goods or Michaels. I had really wanted to incorporate this wooden tray that I purchased at Kirkland's some years ago, and it just didn't work in any space this year. Maybe next year I'll have a different setup in the house and I'll be able to put it out, but unfortunately it just didn't work. And I also did switch out this metallic wax warmer later on in the day, as I was putting batteries and everything and making sure all of the little pumpkins worked. And these metallic acorns are from Hobby Lobby. I don't do a lot of Hobby Lobby shopping. I really try not to, but you know, I am not a perfect person, and they do have a very nice selection of decor for all the seasons, but those are a couple years old. And again, one of the few pieces in the house from Hobby Lobby. And this blanket is also one of the new things I got this year. I really like it. I saw it at Home Goods. It was $39.99, and I thought it was a little high, but I kept thinking about it, and I've only seen it at one of my stores, and they only had one. So I just went back and snatched it, and I'm glad I did. I've been sitting on this couch a lot, just quietly relaxing after work. Here we are in the daytime, and then at nighttime when everything is all lit up. I did lose one clip of the pumpkins right behind the couch, but this is how everything looks at night. Again, pretty simple, very cozy. Of course, I always have candles going because I'm obsessed with home fragrance. And here are those lights that I did go out and buy from Michaels, but this year I'm really proud of myself that I did not overconsume on the decorations, because as you can see, I've already overconsumed in the past. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you have decorated and enjoyed that time spent with yourself or with your loved ones, and I hope I see you again soon.